What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I am here to bring you guys my video I typically do every 2 weeks. This is now the third week, and it is my must-have must-gag series. This is where I go through trend mood, indie mood spotlight, hot fire makeup, beauty news, a bunch of Instagrams that I will have linked down below as always, and I tell you guys my opinions on these products. This was inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her playlist linked down below, as well as the community playlist, which I do participate in. And if you're wondering why I basically have no makeup on, I have talked about it now in 2 other videos that will be coming up this week, so I don't want to say too much. Long story short, this month there will be no makeup on my face except for maybe some lip products, and my channel will be changing, at least for this month, until I can figure out what's going on. But like I said, I've already talked about it in 2 other videos. I had a whole rant in one of them, so I don't want to say it again. If you're interested, just stay tuned. In the swatch party of my Touch of Glam newest haul, I will be having a whole rant about it, and that'll probably be one of my next videos. If not, it's probably coming up Tuesday. But with all that being said, if you're interested in hearing about some new makeup releases, then just keep watching. Okay, so I changed my background just because of the situation on my face right now. I'm not using my ring light, and I'm using more natural lighting, and this is the best way to get the natural lighting to hit my full face. Not that it's truly important at this point because I have no makeup on, but I just felt like aesthetically it would look better. So like I said before, I haven't done this series in 3 weeks, so there is a mad amount of releases. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of talk for a little while, and then I will be doing another must-have must-gag next week to catch up, so that'll get me right back on my normal schedule. So if I don't go through the latest, just wait for it. Okay, first thing I have tabbed is Charlotte Tilbury is coming out with correctors and foundations. I believe I talked about the foundations in my last must-have must-gag, but not the correctors. These are both going to be must-gags for me. I don't need any more foundations, and I don't use correctors. Beauty Bar Baby restocked a highlighter called Puppy Love. Originally I was going to go ahead and pick this up and just blame somebody else on it, but I shopped my stash and I saw that I do have a pinky goldish highlighter, so I don't need this. Would I love it? Yes, but I don't need it, so I made a skip on it. Too Faced is releasing a Palm Spring palette, which has the same packaging as their Just Peachy Mattes and their bigger white chocolate palette. It's not my cup of tea, so this is going to be a mad skip for me, or a must gag. Moria Cosmetics came out with Fairy Tale palettes. And originally I was actually interested in the top palette, but when I took a closer look, I noticed that the 2 shadows that I really thought were going to be mattes were shimmers, those 2 really pretty purples. So for me, it just doesn't complete a look. Like, it's a nice palette, but it just is not what I was expecting on first glance. And I do kind of like the bottom palette, but it's not something that I need to bring into my collection. So once again, it is a pass for me. JC Cosmetics created a Bestie palette, and it has 35 shadows. That is a lot of eyeshadow in one palette. Although I like the general color scheme of this palette, it's too many shadows, and too many are like really close together. And although I have a palette, which a lot of people saw that in it, my Lick and Lash palette, a lot of people thought that that was the same thing going on with that palette, but when I got it, I could really see the difference in the shadows on my eyes. This just doesn't scream out to me enough. So yeah, it is a must gag for me. ColourPop has released a sneak peek of some sparkly liquid. I don't think that has actually been announced what that is. That might have been one of their latest serums for their skincare brand. I don't really keep track of those releases, so there you go. Mila's Cosmetics has released 2 new highlighters, one in pink opal and the other one in angel. Out of the two, the one that would catch my interest more is Pink Opal, but I know I have pinky highlighters, so it is going to be a pass for me, although it looks really, really pretty. Luxy Beauty released a bunch of new singles. I did go ahead and pick up, I think I picked up 4 of the singles. I already have them, and they're actually right here. They came super, super quickly. I have them and they're right here. These are 4 of their multi-chrome. I think this is the multi-chrome range. And I will be doing a video for you guys so you guys can see these swatched. And it should be coming up probably next week. It probably won't be coming up this week because I think I have too many videos for this week. Vanessa's Vanity has also sneak peeked some swatching. It looks like they're going to be coming out with some more duochromes. I am obsessed with Vanessa's Vanity. I've made 2 orders so far and I've loved everything that I've touched from those orders, so I'll be very, very interested to see what this single or this collection of singles are. Azulejo, wait, no, Macarena Beauty, they released a blue palette and 2 other palettes. This one, the Azulejo palette, you can tell my Spanish is top notch. This is basically an all blue palette. I was very interested in this and I actually was going to purchase it, but I just finished doing 3 looks 1 palette with the Whale Song palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. I currently have the ColourPop Blue Moon palette, and this is yet another blue palette. Although I love blues, I don't need that many blues in one short period, so I am going to skip for right now. But had I not purchased the Blue Moon palette, I would have definitely gotten this one because I actually prefer this palette more, to be honest. No, what's the name of her brand? Lisa Eldridge restocked her lipsticks on the 24th for pre-order, and they like went officially live on July 29th. I scooped up one of the lipsticks. Let me get it really quickly so I can show you guys. So I got one of the matte velvets because it was the only shade that I was actually intrigued or wanted to purchase. And this is the, it's beautiful. Oh my god, yes. And it's like, of course, a warm, bright orange, fire red orange type thing, and it's called Velvet Morning. I guess that's the name. Velvet Morning. Yeah. I am insanely excited. I will be doing a lip swatching video because I've gotten a stupid amount of lip products lately, so I will definitely be lip swatching that for you guys. If you're wondering, I might actually do that today. So good things. Luscious Lex collection has released 2 palettes that I really want, but I'm gonna talk myself out of them. They're the Gemini Light and the Dark Gemini. I think they're both very pretty. If I were only able to get one, I would get the Gemini Light because that has a little bit more pastel and cool tone colors, and I've been reaching more towards that color scheme lately. But the Dark Gemini has some really, looks to be vivid and bright colors. The main reason I was able to talk myself out of these is because it looks like they both have a pressed glitter in them, and I'm not a huge fan of pressed glitters. There's a time and a place for them, but I prefer for them not to be in my palettes. So that is the reason. I think they actually have 2 pressed glitters in both of them actually. I am interested in them. I really am. And if you want them, you can get 30% off using the code SUMMER. I don't know how long that code is valid, but in this post it was valid, so yeah. I really want them, but I have to tell myself no because I can't put makeup on right now, let alone I have a good amount of makeup coming and makeup that I would like to test as well. Glisten Cosmetics released their Totally Botany collection. This was a palette that I was actually really interested in when we only saw the actual shadows. Now that it's in the packaging, I'm a lot less interested. I think the packaging did a lot of a disservice to the color scheme. So I am gonna pass, although like I said, I was interested in the colors, but just the packaging is throwing me off. And I know me, if I can't like the packaging and the colors how they are in the packaging, I'm not gonna use it as much. Pat McGrath released her foundation and her complexion series already. She did the foundation, the powder, and the brushes. I think that's it. Oh no, and the setting, or in the primer. I'm not getting anything right now. I don't need anything in those categories. I have too many foundations, too many primers, and too many powders. I'm actually trying to get through some of them so that I can start the new year with a smaller collection. So for me right now, it is going to be a pass, but I am interested in seeing the reviews. I've seen a couple of reviews and I haven't heard anything bad from the reviews. So it may be something that I bring into my collection later on. Sigma Beauty released some minis of some of their more popular brushes. I think this is pretty pretty good. I have a good amount of Sigma brushes. I haven't purchased Sigma brushes in a while, but I still love the E40. This is one of my favorite starting off blending shades. I have a couple other brushes from them that I love without a doubt. So I would love to look through my collection to see if I actually have these, and then if I have them, if I want to bring them into my collection, the mini version. So I will think about it, but as of right now, I will not be purchasing any of these. Fenty Beauty is coming out with a mattifying primer. I am interested because I actually really did enjoy her hydrating primer. I thought that primer was genius, and I could actually wear that throughout the day and it actually mattified my skin. So I would be interested to see what this mattifying primer would do, but if I would get it, it would be more of a sample and it wouldn't be right now. When I can start to put makeup on, I'm actually going to be going through 2 primers. I've been targeting 2 primers in my collection right now. So yeah, not right now. Next, the Prime Beauty, which I actually have their bronzer, and I have done a bronzer roundup. If I can remember, I will put it up in the cards. They have released I believe their first eyeshadow palette, and it is called the Island Gala. I don't know. The Island Gala, I think, palette, and it looks to have 4 neutrals on the bottom row, 4, maybe 3 colorful mattes, 3 shimmers, and 2 like metallics. I wish Mojito was an actual green matte. You guys know I've been really into lime greens lately. But overall, this palette is just not for me. It's too many neutrals, and I know me, although I think sometimes neutrals are really pretty, I have enough neutral single shadows and enough neutral palettes that I don't need to bring any more into my collection. And at this point, I just want to bring very unique color schemes, and this is not a new unique color scheme for me, so it is a pass. Tarte has collabed with Whitney Simmons, who is a fitness influencer, and she did a palette that has 6 eyeshadows, a blush and a highlighter, a lipstick, and a mini mascara. Both the mascara and the lipstick look to be mini. I'm not the demographic, although I am someone who does work out on a pretty consistent basis. I don't wear makeup when I work out, and when I'm not working out, I wear more makeup than this. So this is a skip for me. Something that I thought would be interesting, and I just want to talk about it, is Subtle Beauty is like a stackable makeup collection, and I will hope to have like a screenshot of it. Basically, all of your makeup products are stacked in like a little like cylinder, and you can buy it like that, or you can kind of buy your stackables separate. I thought it was unique and interesting, and for those who actually really do travel a lot, this might be useful. I don't think I travel enough, although other people think I do. I don't think I travel enough to get something like this, but I thought it was unique and something that I did just want to point out. NARS is releasing a bunch of new lipsticks for their 25th anniversary. I just recently purchased my first NARS lipstick. It is in my haul box, and that will be a part of that swatching video. So I don't think I need to bring another NARS lipstick in my collection. They're expensive, and like I said, I just purchased one, so I'm good for now, but I am excited to try the one that I have purchased. Viseart has done a collaboration with Camera Ready Cosmetics and came out with this palette. It's too neutral for me. The two colors that are actually intriguing are the blue and the maroon color. I have those easily in my collection, so this is a pass for me. Conjure Cosmetics has come out with lip pencils. I purchased 3 lipsticks from Conjure Cosmetics when I first heard about the brand. I was really excited. They have different formulas and you can choose your formula. No, you can't choose the, well, you can choose the formula for the shade. They also recommend certain formulas for certain shades, and then you can also add a fragrance that you want to go with your lipstick. I, like I said, did 3 little combinations, and for the most part, I wasn't the happiest camper because the formulas always tended to kind of like do like this weird pulling and piling on my lips throughout the day, and I really hate that. So I am not going to purchase any of these pencils, but the colors look really pretty. And that was the biggest thing about Conjure Cosmetics. They had very unique colors. And for me, you guys know I love unique colors. I love being outside of the box. So that was the main reason why I went ahead and purchased those. ColourPop did their Halo Top Creamery collab. This was something that I was kind of interested in, but then when I saw the swatches, I saw that they were just normal colors. It wasn't anything unique. I really wanted the green kind of polka dotty one, but like I said, when I saw the swatches, it looked like a normal green. It didn't even look duochrome, so it is a pass for me on that whole collection. JD Glow, they brought out 2 new highlighters, one in Period, the other one in Hey Daddy, and then they also restocked their collection. I had a huge cart of things that I wanted from JD Glow, and then I told myself, what are you doing? Like, you have too much makeup. Well, not too much makeup, but you haven't used all the makeup that you currently have. And I'm really trying to get through my makeup. I have a huge new makeup drawer that is filled with like face products, lip products, stuff like that. So I am not going to purchase anything new right now. I'm trying to be good. Although I do have a good amount of JD Glow that I want to try. I still haven't tried their multi-chromes, and I haven't heard any videos on their multi-chromes. I don't know if they haven't shipped them yet or not. I'm pretty sure that Emily Violet Marie purchased some of them, so I'm waiting for her to do a video. But right now it is a skip for me, and I'm not even interested in those highlights. Cosmetics has fully restocked her website, and she's also brought out some new singles and I believe some new highlighters. I'm still interested in the brand, but like I said just now, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to slow down on my purchasing, so I'm going to wait, but eventually I will probably be picking up some more unique shades from her collection to bring into my collection. Anja Beauty Cosmetics has released a Rise and Shine palette. I think this is cute, but I don't see very many mattes. I only see 2 mattes, the pink and the like mustardy color. And for me, that's not enough in a palette that I would want to bring into my collection at this state. So it is a pass for me. Glamlight released their paint palette, which they think is revolutionary. It's a rainbow palette, sis. So it's a pass for me. When I think rainbow palettes, I automatically go to my Sugar Pill palette or any other colorful palette that I have in my collection. So I don't need to bring another one into my collection, let alone I don't like the packaging. I don't like crazy packaging. I just, no. Kylie Cosmetics has released her concealers and her powders into Ulta. I have been using, well, I was using her concealer when I was using makeup, and I actually have gotten a significant amount of wear. You can actually see that I have some pan. Can't see because my camera doesn't want to focus. Well, I have some pan because I've used it so much, and I was hoping to get through it before the school year started. You see how that's working. So They're now in Ulta, and I might go into Ulta to see if there's a better shade for me, because I actually do like that concealer. I just think the shade isn't the best for me. Fair Beauty Cosmetics said that they have something new releasing. Let me go to their website. Yeah, they have already released them, and they're like these chunky, what are they? They're like chunky flakes, foils that everybody's releasing lately. I have already purchased one chunky flake from the first brand that I personally saw them from, so I'm waiting for that to come. I really want to try that and see if I like the idea of flakes before I go ham. I'll talk about them later, but I've also seen them from another brand that I'm very interested in purchasing from. The Fair Beauty Cosmetics flakes, I'm not necessarily interested in them, but I have been interested in the brand, and so that's the reason why I really wanted to talk about them. Beauty Blender came out with brushes. The only brush that I'm slightly interested in is their eyeliner brush. It's like a curved brush, and I think that's unique, so I would be interested in that. But other than that, I'm not interested in any of them. Oh, and also the eyebrow brush. The spoolie is intriguing, and I have two eyeliner brushes that I use. No, I actually have three eyebrow brushes, and I use them for distinct purposes, so it'd be unique to bring that into my collection to see if it has a place in my collection. BH Cosmetics came out with their Zodiac collection, and this was for the Leo palette. No. Infinity Beauty Janie came out with a butterfly palette. I think some of the colors are unique and they're actually interesting, but once again, that packaging is just not for me. So I am going to pass. It's 19 shades, matte and shimmers, and it's $28. It's unique shades, like I said, but it's not for me. I hate that packaging. Give Me Glow came out with two new shades in Wink and Perry. Those are really, really pretty. One's like a lavendery purple blue, and the other one is like the same thing but in a metallic with some silver in it. It's very, very pretty colors, but I just made a pretty decent Give Me Glow order, so I'm probably gonna wait and potentially pick this up when they do their vintage rose palette, because so far I'm still interested in that palette, but I haven't seen the full palette as of right now. Kat Von D has come out with a new formula. It's a long wear eyeshadow. It's in her crushed range. One is in City Rose, the other one is in Silver Chrome. I'd want to see this in person and swatch it in person, but I might be interested. Oh, I said City Rose. I'm sorry, Crystal Rose. I might be interested in the Crystal Rose shade. It just depends on what it looks like in person. Doe Color Official has released a bunch of not many, but a bunch of 9-pan palettes. It looks like right now they've released 6. They have a blue one, a purple one, a yellow mustardy one, an orangey one, a red one, and a green one. I'm not interested in any of these. Yeah, they have pressed glitters in the middle, and honestly, I still have those two ColourPop ones that have pressed glitters in the middle. If I wanted one, I could just get them from ColourPop. So yeah, Pac-Man did another collaboration with Essence, and just as everybody else has said, this is more basic and more boring than the Wet n Wild version. So for me, if I really wanted a Pac-Man collection, I would get the Wet n Wild collection, and I didn't get that, so I don't want this. Ofra has done a new release for summer, and they did a blush palette where they took Bali and they took some blushes and they put that in a palette. They have a full size of one of the blushes in, what is it called? Cosmo Blush, I think that's the name of it. And then they have some of their new lip shines. I literally just purchased Bali in a full size when I purchased the Samantha March liquid lipsticks collection. And I am interested in the Cosmo blush. I've wanted to purchase a blush from Ofra for a while. I've heard that their formula is really, really good, but I didn't think they had any that could work on my complexion. It looks like now from this palette they have 2, so I'm interested. They have like a more burnt orangey one and this more vibrant purple pinky one, so I am interested in both of those. As you guys know, I'm only allowing myself to purchase blushes every 6 months. I believe I've already brought in 3 blushes for my like 6-month. If I haven't, I will look into bringing these 2 in my collection, but as of right now, I'm good, but these are definitely on my wish list. Lick and Lash Beauty has officially released their newest palette, and it is called the Flamingo Beach palette. Now, I've been going back and forth on this palette, whether I wanted to purchase it, whether I don't. Although I like a lot of the colors and I absolutely love the previous palette and this packaging and this formula, I am going to pass as of right now. I don't need the palette. It's not like, I'm not like dying for it as much as I was dying for this Lick and Lash Playful palette. And I think I need to be in the like, I am dying mood to bring a palette into my collection at this point. So right now I'm going to pass. Maybe if I am still thinking about this palette in a couple of months, I'll bring it into my collection. But right now it is a pass. OPV Beauty has released a new palette. It's called the Exotic Beaches. It's a little too like, it's just a little too no for me. I don't know how to explain it, but I just am not interested in this palette, and I haven't really been interested in any of the palettes that OPV has released. This is a palette that I have a little bit of a story time with. So I thought I purchased, oh, okay. So this is the Menagerie Cosmetics Violet Ink Micro Palette. So this is the first micro palette that I've actually been halfway interested in. And when I saw it, I was like, I'm purchasing it. It's mine. It's now. I purchased it as soon as it released, and then I didn't get the confirmation email, and I was freaking out. I was like, no, did they know I purchased it? Like, where's my email? So I emailed them, and then they didn't get my email, which is completely fine. Like, they're a busy organization. So I DM'd Menagerie Cosmetics on Instagram. I was like, hey, I purchased this. I didn't get my confirmation email. Let me know what I need to do to make sure this is coming to me when you guys are actually shipping this out. Long story short, they asked me for my name, my email, and they sent it to me. But girl, when I say I was like freaking out on the inside that I had to purchase it again, and I was fair game to purchase this again just to make sure that I had at least one palette come my way. I am so excited for this palette. You don't even understand. I love this palette, okay? Like, this is my monochromatic purple palette for me. It screams me, and I'm super excited. Persona Cosmetics is coming out with an Identity 2 palette. It's set to launch on August 8th, which is soon, and we still haven't seen the full palette, so I'm intrigued. I've literally only seen this one single. I didn't purchase the full one, the first one, because it wasn't my type of purples. I love purples, but a certain type of purple, and it wasn't my type. So I'm interested to see what it's gonna be. It looks like it might be like a green blue, maybe, and I'd be down for it if it was. This is a holiday release. I'm not talking about it, no. Ulta Beauty did a collaboration with Catrice US and Iman. So they created a blush palette and an eyeshadow palette, and it looks to be a highlighter as well. Or a highlighter palette as well. I'm not dying for any of these products, so it is going to be a pass for me at this day and age. I don't need to bring anything in that I am not dying for. Next, Sydney Grace Co. did their Christmas in July sale. I purchased on 4 different days, maybe four or 3 different days. I've already gotten my confirmation that the orders are coming to me, so they should be coming to me soon. I will be doing a haul specifically for just that because it's so much stuff, and I am very, very excited. I got everything that I wanted, and at the end of the day, I'm excited. They also came out with a setting powder during this time. I did not purchase it. I have too many setting powders right now. I am actually aiming to get through my oldest setting powder, which is my Airspun powder. So as you guys, everybody knows on Instagram and YouTube, that is a mission. So I don't need to bring any other products into my collection. Beauty Creations has released an Alicia palette, which is actually pretty pretty. I love the mattes in this palette. It's like really bright yellows, greens, blues. I really like the mattes on the side. It looks like the shimmers are just not my cup of tea, and it looks like this is honestly a huge palette. Let me see how many. It's 35 shades. Yeah, it's huge, and it's $20. I've never heard anybody talk about beauty creations, and honestly, it just seems like too big of a palette for me. So it's gonna be a skip for me, although I love certain colors from this palette. Rude Cosmetics came out with 2 new palettes, and the one that I was actually interested in, I realized it was probably a dupe for my Huda Beauty New Nude palette, so I skipped on that. Although now that I'm looking at it, the Roaring Reckless palette looks actually intriguing, and it's $22. The one that I was talking about just originally was Carefree. That one looks to be kind of a potential dupe for my Huda Beauty New Nude palette, and I don't need any dupes. But the Reckless palette looks interesting. I don't think I have a palette like that in my collection, and I would be interested. This might be a palette that I purchase in the near future, because it actually does look interesting. It looks like something I would get a lot of use out of, so that's the type of stuff that I am interested in bringing into my collection. Jouer Cosmetics did minis for their most recent blush duo, which is nice, but I would like a blush duo that's actually going to work on my complexion, so I'm waiting for that. Beauty Bakery did a collaboration with Queen Naja. I haven't heard anybody talk about this collaboration, but it looks to be just a lipstick and a lip gloss. I don't like their lipstick formula, and I've never tried their lip gloss formula, so there you go. Touch of Glam is coming out with the pastels collection. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Did I say I can't wait? I literally, like I said, this week you'll be seeing a swatch video of a Touch of Glam order. I just purchased another Touch of Glam order for some more multi-chromes, and if this pastel collection is multi-chromes or just duochromes with glitters, it's going to be purchased as well. These are my weak points right now, so I can't help it. Shade Beauty has released a new collection where they have a bunch of new products. I can't seem to figure out if it's highlighters or eyeshadows. I think they're eyeshadows, and I think they're the loose eyeshadows that I'm going to be putting on the screen right now. If that's the case, it's not for me. I've tried my hand on loose products. So my camera cut me off, it died. But like I was saying, I don't think loose products are for me, at least not loose eyeshadows. I tried it, I have a good amount right here, and I just, no. So I'm not going to do that to myself again. I'm going to keep moving on. Bombshell Cosmetica. Oh Lord, this mess of a brand. Okay, so I was super interested in these swatches. These swatches looked delicious, like actually delicious. And then we saw the palette, which I will have on screen. And I have 2 problems with this palette. One, the packaging is just a hot mess. A hot mess. Why? Why can't you put it in your normal packaging? Even their really bulky, big palette, I like that because it's a normal size. This is like not a normal size. I can only imagine how thick this palette is. And then they're collaborating with a brand that's whole essence is about marijuana theme, and it literally only has 2. Oh, I get it. I get it now. Okay, so what's going on is that Bombshell Cosmetica, I believe, is making a sister brand called Mary Jane Beauty to try and get on this ride of marijuana themed products and brands. And a lot of these swatches that we've seen on the Bombshell Cosmetica page are going to actually be released, I think, on Mary Jane Beauty's collection. It's very disappointing, but I mean, it is what it is. As for this palette, I have been able to talk myself out of it because of this palette right here. If you look at it, this baby right here is basically a more refined version of this one. You have your greens, lime green, your darker greens, your purple metallics and matte, and your pinks. that's basically what this palette is. And any other color I can guarantee you I have in my collection. I love this palette, so I am good on this janky Bombshell Cosmetica palette. Although the swatches look delectable, I'm good. I'm not going to talk too much more because, like I said, I'm going to be talking again next week, so you'll be getting the more recent collections from me next week. So let's just talk about a couple more releases. Fenty Beauty has officially released her hydrating foundation, and I already talked about the primer. The one things that I'm waiting and holding my breath on is that it looks like she has some blush duos that she's coming out with, and the darkest blush duo looks really pretty. It looks like a dusty purple, like pinky duo, and I truly don't think I have any blushes in that situation, and I am super excited. I love almost all of the powder products that I have tried from Fenty. I love all the products I've tried from Fenty. I haven't been disappointed from any of the products that I've chosen to purchase. Natasha Denona has dropped some minis of her liquid eyeshadows. I didn't purchase the full size, so I'm not going to purchase those. These Moon Pie palettes, these palettes are total like manufacturer palettes. If you like these, shop around. I've seen them from a bunch of different brands. I've seen them from Delanchi Cosmetics, which makes me very interested. I'm assuming now they're not like a real, like they're an indie brand, but they're not a real indie brand. And I heard that these are also on, what is that really cheap site that people love to go on? I can't think of the name. I'll put the name on the screen if I can think of it. But anyways, these are not necessarily only on Moon Pie UK. So if you're interested in these palettes, shop around. Okay, I'm gonna look for 3 more releases because I don't want to talk too much. M Cosmetics has released some liquid blushes. I am interested, but I'm not dying for them. I have one liquid blush and I still haven't used it to the fullest extent. I want to give it more of a chance, so we will see. I will be giving it more of a chance later on. What is another product that I really want to talk about? Ooh, this one. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I found the 2 products I think that I really want to talk about. The rest I will be talking about next week. Fumi de la Vaso. I love Fumi. She has officially collaborated with Juvia's Place. This is already on its way to me. I cannot wait. I can't put makeup on, but I will definitely be doing a swatch party. Is that going to be enough? Am I going to chance it? I don't know. We will see when I get the palette in my grasp. I cannot wait. I bought the whole collection. I love Fumi. I even used her discount code. If you're going to purchase it, I feel as though you should use her discount code. Her discount code is Fumi to purchase it. It's an eyeshadow palette, 2 lip glosses, and a makeup bag. I think the makeup bag is super limited edition, but everything else is like less limited edition. And she said once it sells out, it's not going to be coming back. Next, the last thing I want to talk about is something that's probably a surprise to you guys, and it's from Lunar Beauty. It is a Strawberry Dreams collection. So he came out with 3 lip products. He came out with, I want to say, let me get it right, he came out with a lip gloss and 2 liquid lipsticks. One liquid lipstick is a nude and the other one is a bright like orangey strawberry color. The other one is a lip gloss, and that's more of a nudie color. So out of all the lip products, I'm most interested in the liquid lipstick. That's the strawberry one. Of course, you guys know I love a bold lip. Will I be picking it up? I don't know. I truly don't know. I haven't heard anything bad about his lip product collection, but I'm trying to not purchase duplicates, and yeah, so that is that. As for the eyeshadow palette, the packaging is goals, actual goals. If he came out with that packaging in a Z palette, I would purchase it without a doubt. That packaging is goals. As for the inside, I'm like disappointed, but I'm not at the same time. I truly don't know how to feel about the inside of the palette. I've heard the formula is really good, and I've been intrigued to try his formula, and I've been really intrigued to try his highlighter formula. I've heard nothing but good things about that highlighter formula, so I think that I've now found something from each category of his brand that I'm ready to make an order, and I might make an order in the future, but I want a sale. I don't want to purchase anything from him honestly full price, but I am interested, and we will see what comes of it. Now, there are so many other things that I still have pinned that I want to talk about, and I know there's going to be other things that come out this week, but like I said, to catch up from me not doing this last week, I will be talking about this, doing this series again next Sunday, next week. So do look forward to some of the even more up-to-date releases being talked about next week. I'm sorry, but you know, my skin has been throwing me for a loop, so I've been trying to figure out what to do with my life. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. As always, y'all, it has been real. Peace.